Welcome to the Democracy. It's your boy Chris B.
It's your boy Roy Gunner.
And it's your boy Double R Rasulio. Let's get it.
And we got a special guest in the building, man. We got a comedian, actor, all types of shit, a legend, man. You know, we got Mr. Bobby J Coleman in the building, man. Round of applause, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
What's up?
Hey, man, he drove over here in the snow, man. That's why he came over in the snow, so, man, we definitely got to show him love, man.
Yeah, we gave him a little swig of Crown, though. A little ass swig.
Corner right there.
I mean, cheese one. What can we say? Nah.
Hey, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, so, man, you going with the questions,
Man,
RG?
well, first of all, man, we know that you basically good and well-versed in comedy, acting. I just want to ask you, what inspired you to want to get into comedy?
Man, so, it really was, I was always a prankster. I wasn't like a comedian. I was always a prankster. So I would do all kind of stuff in school, like put ketchup on the railing or,
man.
super glue on the doorknob to the classroom, stuff like that. So
Yeah, you was asked for an ass whooping.
I know, man. Yeah. So the thing is like I didn't know what stand up was. You know what I'm saying? Then one day I was in middle school, and I remember watching Sinbad, and Sinbad was doing like stand up, and I remember watching it, dying laughing, like, man, what the hell is this? Like, this dude is funny. He what he talking about sound like my mama and my family and stuff. So you know what I'm saying? So I was like really like mesmerized. Like that was the first person I saw. I didn't see Eddie Murphy first or Richard Pryor. You know, my family was kind of, wasn't really into that. So I really got into it that way. So, getting to know it. But then I was always joking or hosting something and just joking around. So in college, I used to host like step shows and stuff. So I was down at Lincoln U. So I was hosting step shows and people thought I was a comedian. So what happened is this was my junior year in 2003. So somebody signed me up for a comedy competition. Mm-hmm. And I would just happen to be walking through the student union, and I'm looking at this big old sign-in sheet, and my name was the only one on there. It was like a blank, then number 3, then it was like my name, and I was like, who did this? And to this day, I still don't know.
Damn.
So I took the challenge, man. I did it, won $350, and the rest was history, man.
Yeah, man, that's a blessing. I'm glad that happened to you, man. Cause you've just been going ever since then. So, like I said, man, I've been doing my research on it. I've been doing my homework, man. Is it true that Joe Torre kind of got you your jump started in the comedy game?
Yeah, so check this out. So that night, Joe, that's funny you mentioned that, because that night at the talent show, that was the week of homecoming. So Joe Torre's alumni from Lincoln U. So he was actually in the front row. And that's I remember doing a joke, because remember, he was in Poetic Justice and Tupac through the brush. So I pointed him out. I was like, yo, Joe, you remember this? And I took a brush and threw it or whatever. And like the crowd was laughing or whatever. And so I was just poking fun at him. And then after the show was over, he approached me like, nigga, you think you funny? You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, I'm funny. I was a little cocky at the time. And he was like, well, you want to get with some real comedians, come do the show this weekend. So it was Joe Torre, Kenny Howell, Steve Brown, and this dude another dude from St. Louis, Arvin Mitchell. Okay. And they let me open up, and I killed it, man. And then after that, Arvin and Joe was like, look, you in Jeff City is like 2.5 hours from St. Louis.
Yeah.
And they was like, look, we know this guy at this club called Two Brothers. We know this guy at this club, Maurice G. Yo, tell them we sent you. They gonna get you on. So I literally, out of college, because I would just do events in college, I literally went from college to doing a 30 and up club. So it would be like the equivalent of like the Epicurean or something here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a college student. I didn't cuss in my jokes or nothing. I was a little drier then, you know what I'm saying? So the people there, they laughed, but it wasn't like super good. But I'm getting dudes like, here's some money, you know, $50 or whatever. I'm like, damn, this is how this works. So I kept doing it every Wednesday. I drive from Jeff City. I'll get on the stage. So I'm on the show with my first show was events. This dude did like, Def Comedy Jam, stuff like that. And then my second show was with Bill Bellamy. And then after that, it was Bruce. So
with some legends.
So I never did open mics. You know what I'm saying? I did one open mic, and it was maybe, I'd say 3 years ago. First open mic ever.
That's wild.
Yeah,
man.
and I'm 17 years in.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, hell yeah,
Yeah,
man. That's what's up, bro. For
Yeah.
real, man. That's
Man,
a nice
that's a
introduction,
blessing,
man.
That's a very nice introduction. I want to ask. I mean, with all the people who you kind of like grace pass with, and you getting into comedy, you know, what are some, you know, who are some comedians that you would love to actually work with if given an opportunity? Maybe doing like movies or anything like that.
Shoot, man. Oh man. I mean, I work with everybody, bro. In terms of movies, I mean, you know, Eddie gonna be up top.
Yeah,
Man, that's what everybody keeps saying.
Yeah. He's just on that genius tip, man. Like,
For sure.
but really, on a movie tip, I like to do something with like a Chris Tucker or a Mike Epps. You know what I'm saying?
That would
Like,
be dope.
That'd be fire.
yeah, absolutely.
What you got, Double R, man? You got something you want to ask Mr. Bobby J?
I'm just vibing out right now. You know, just seeing what y'all doing. You know.
Man, so speaking of your comedian, your comic career, man, I see that you worked with some more. You know, you went on tour with some more, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
some more hit me up online. So I started popping off online more than anything. Like I started in a real, like when I started comedy, I was in the era of, it wasn't social media. It was, you would drive to Chicago, you drive to Illinois and Indiana and Denver and places like that. And
Yeah.
you knew it was a room there. And when you got there, it was people like Kevin Hart and Deion Cole and people like D. Ray Davis and stuff. We all outside, you know what I'm saying, trying to get stage time or everybody getting up. So you meet these people back then, and then when you start to pop off later on, they like, oh, I remember you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
so with some more, I started popping off online. Some more hit me up like, I like your writing style. I want to build my team. And she was like, hey, I'm gonna be doing some shows. I want you to come, you know, just come observe me, basically. So the first time I saw some more, she was doing a show at the Midland, I think.
okay.
And I sat in and just watched her, and I was like, man, you know, this is dope. But so I do a lot of writing for comics, you know what I'm saying? So I try to embody them when I write for them. So she was like, I want to see what you got. So she let me do some stage time. And then from there, it just started to build that reputation. And then some more is the one that got me on Comic View because she hosted in 2014. So
That's big,
she showed me love, brought me on tour. And, you know, it's just been love, man.
No, I mean, like I said, we definitely inspired, man, for sure, man.
Sure.
Now you said you've been doing this for like 17 years,
Yeah.
right? Now, do you think it's easier for a comedian to break in now than prior to past years, where because now social media, Twitter, TikTok, you can get famous just like that? Do you think it's
Yeah.
easier to break in the game? Like,
It's easier now, and it was easier then too. And if I put two and two together, like if you took the comedy of the late 90s, early 2000s, you had Comic View.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Comic View, you knew before you went to sleep, they played 35 comics.
That's a fact.
And yeah, so
That's a fact.
they burned them into your memory. So you like, I know who Shang is. I ain't seen him live in 20
Miss
years.
Lord.
but yeah, Miss Lord. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So if you got on Comic View, you start getting booked. Boom, 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 boom. But then it's like now if you get on Instagram and you're pumping out content over and over and over, it don't even have to be super funny. It's just the fact that
Being
people
consistent.
follow you. Yeah, it's the consistency.
Yeah.
So when people follow you, they want to see free entertainment, basically. Like you're a channel. You got to look at
Yeah.
yourself. If you embody it as I'm a channel, if people turn to me, what's on, you got to be on. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? So they not paying for you. They think they look at that follow as them subscribing to you.
Right,
And
exactly.
you kind of owe them in a sense. So if you keep on pumping out stuff, they're going to follow you.
Yeah.
I'm in it, but I'm not in it like
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? I don't really pump out a bunch of videos. I'll do a video to do 1 million, then I won't do another video for like 2 months.
Yeah.
I'm just lazy. You know what I'm saying? But so you got both. You got a new wave, and now it's harder. Now it's easier for internet people, but it's harder for people who are just straight up stand-ups because
Yeah.
you don't have an outlet and people to see you. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. It's a lot different.
Definitely, man. I mean, what you mentioned that you done a little bit of writing and stuff like that. I just want to ask, you know, what do you enjoy more? Do you enjoy doing like stand up, or do you enjoy like maybe doing acting or the writing aspect?
Both. But I like doing stand up, man. And that's why I don't like people be like, man, you need to do another Derek Jackson video. You need to do this. I get requests all the
Yeah.
time. You need to do it. Or people will follow me because another comic will share something, and then I'll get like 100 followers, and then they like, man, why you ain't posting? And I'll be like, because I'm still old school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Sure.
40. You know what I'm saying? So I'm old school. I don't fit in the new age of constantly pumping out stuff. So I just like to get on the stage. Now, when I get on the stage, I'm up there for an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm wrecking, doing my thing. That's my joy. I can't do the videos over and over. I can do them here and there, but I can't do them
Them
over.
videos do be
For
funny
sure.
though.
Yeah, and you know, to kind of piggyback off what you said, man, like we all rap, man. So like even when we first started rapping, like we 32,
Yeah.
like we're
Yeah.
still passing out mixtapes at the gas
Yeah.
station. Like,
Yeah.
Now we just doing everything online. So I feel
Online.
where you coming from on that
Yeah.
now, man, for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. But we're going to take a little bit of a break, man. A little small intermission. We got to pay some bills to keep the lights on in here,
Take a
man.
little ass swig.
we got comedian
Yeah.
Bobby J Coleman in the building with us. This is the Democracy Podcast, episode 12.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back to episode 12 of the Democracy, man. We got comedian Bobby J Coleman in the building, man. We
Yes,
having
sir.
fun, man. He's spitting a lot of game and knowledge to us, man. I see that you met Dick Gregory, man. How did you get that opportunity, man?
Oh man. So Dick Gregory, my boy Mark is his nephew, and Mark lives in Ohio, and Dick. So what happened is I was supposed to work with Dick here. Dick Gregory ended up getting sick, and I ended up having to headline that show. So people was already. I mean, this was a sold out show.
Yeah.
So I ended up headlining the show, and then they postponed it to the next week. And he came, and then I had to feature for him the next show. So I did like an hour and 10 minutes or something, and people was like, "What you gonna do next week?" You know, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna work it out. So I did a lot of crowd work on that last show because I got a couple hours of material like stand up, but he came in and I had to switch it up. So I did a lot of crowd work and stuff like that, and that's what I'm good at. So
That's fire, man.
yeah, so working with Dick Gregory, man, it was like staring in the face of, I mean, I don't even know. It was surreal, you know?
Most definitely.
Yeah, because sitting in the green room talking to him, and he had so much knowledge, man, and he just went off, and he had all these stacks of newspapers and stuff. I don't know what he was.
OG.
Yeah, but he was telling me, because he's from St. Louis, you know?
I didn't know that.
I ain't
Yeah,
know that either.
yeah.
I ain't know
So
that.
he broke down while Kansas City has those caves over in Independence off Truman Road. And all that.
Yeah.
He broke it down, and he broke down that the USDA had like commodity, you know, the government cheese and all that. They stored it in there.
Yeah.
He broke it. I mean, he broke all that down,
Nah, he's
man.
deep, man.
It was
Sure.
it was a legendary moment, man. So, but yeah, and then he passed like a couple months later, man.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, respects to Dick Gregory, man. He's definitely a legend, and not only just entertainment, but just for African American people
Yeah.
who are
Yeah.
doing stuff
Yeah.
in media, man. But I just want to ask, you know, with social media and everything being like so sensitive, is there any topics that you try to avoid when you creating material for like stand up or maybe creating materials for skits?
Man, fuck these people. Nah, for real. Like, I mean, that's how I feel. But yeah, certain things you can't talk about. I mean, you would never want to talk about rape or
Yeah.
Right,
things
for
like
sure.
that. But you get
Yeah.
some. I hate these gluten-free, pussy-fied ass people.
Man.
They get on my nerves, dog. Like, they will find anything because they miserable. You know what I'm saying?
my
They
God.
find anything to be upset about, and I'll be like. I mean, I troll them back, and people don't understand. When I respond to people, I really be laughing. Like, is this serious? And I respond to them, but it's not much because even early on, like if people remember, I used to do like you got the Kevin Samuels guy now, the
Yeah,
relationship
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
That used to be me. Like, and women used to hate me for that. And I'm like, okay, this was 10 years ago. Now y'all 40. And y'all begging me for relationship advice because you didn't listen in. You know, I was the bad guy. But it's just, you can't talk about nothing now. So when you can't talk about nothing, you talk about everything.
Man, and that question, man, I'm gonna piggyback off there while we got the opportunity. Like, and what you just said made me write this question, man. I see that you make a lot of Derrick Jackson videos, man. How do you feel about Derrick what the fuck is
Derrick
Derrick
Jackson.
Jackson? How you feel about the nigga, man?
So Derrick Jackson, to me, he comes off as the biggest hustle right now is to make women feel like they're the victims.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's
That's
facts.
the biggest hustle. And women are subscribing to it because it takes the accountability off of them to why what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
Because we've heard for 30, 40 years what's wrong with us. All these all these talk shows, Donahue, Sally Jesse Raphael, Jerry Springer, all them.
Ricky Lake.
Montel Williams,
Steve.
Oprah, Steve. Those are crowds full of women.
Hell yeah, it is.
No, not one show can you recall in your life where men were in the audience talking about women.
Yeah.
We've turned over every stone about men.
Yeah, we have.
But the stone you ain't lifted up is the one where women are under.
Man, that's facts.
To find out what's wrong with them. So Derek Jackson, he's on that level of, I'm going to make women feel like men are the problem.
Yep.
And here's my problem with Derek Jackson. So I respect his hustle, but at the same time, his hustle isn't helping women. Because what it's doing is if you work a 9 to 5, he makes the average 9 to 5 dude makes an honest living seem like he's not good enough for the regular. And these women don't have shit. They be broke as hell. And he make
Air Mattress Supreme.
Like dudes be on their job for 10 years because you work at freaking, I don't know, you might work at Ford or something.
Yeah.
You've been there 10 years, and because you don't fit this in this box here, you're not good enough for these women. And women feel like they got their shit together.
Yeah,
If you let women tell it, they got all their shit together, and men are broke bums, and we don't have nothing. You
That's
know what
a
I'm saying?
fact.
So that's my problem with Derek Jackson, because his advice is for women that may be 20 or 21.
Right.
Or
But you got
CNAs.
women in their 30s, in their 40s, subscribing to this dude, and he's giving them entry-level relationship advice. Like, that don't even make sense. How are you supposed to graduate at some time?
Yeah.
You don't keep going back, hey, this dude punched me in the eye, this dude did this dude did that. You got to eventually leave.
Yeah.
You're damn near grandma age, and you still asking this dude, what's 1 + 1? It's
Right.
2.
That's facts.
You should know that. He's not giving them science. He ain't dropping no knowledge. He's just giving you these little building blocks for kindergartners and these grown women that should have been seniors and graduated.
Yeah.
I would never want the women that subscribe to him. I would never want a woman fresh out of a Derek Jackson seminar.
Oh, no.
Man.
Hell no.
They gonna be bitter and hurt and
Black
and
eyes.
confused.
they horrible. So this dude is only holding women back to sell books.
Yeah, for real.
It's
for real.
the hustle. It's a hustle. They can call me a hater, but
It's true.
you
I
know.
agree. Hey, I endorse this message, man.
I endorse it too.
I feel you.
But I like
What's his name? Kevin Samuels. Yeah.
That's my nigga right there.
Kevin, he remind me of the Dark Knight when he's sitting in the jail cell. That
yeah.
picture. That's what I think of him. Like, he be telling these women the God honest truth. And
The
I
truth.
told these chicks 10, 15 years ago this on Facebook. And you hate women, you this, you that. And I'm like, how do I hate women when I'm trying to tell y'all what men want?
Yeah.
No, this ain't what but women will believe any statistic about men that's negative.
That's a fact.
But when it's positive, this is what
don't
I
wanna hear
feel. It ain't no good men out here until they get one. Now they delete all the memes and all this stuff. Man, this
Man,
shit's
somebody, man, a chick, man. I made a status about Derek Jackson. These chicks was, you weak, you soft. I'm like,
yeah, that's the
that nigga's a
insult.
fraud.
They got it. So when a woman can't disprove your point about them, they sling insults at you.
They attack
That's
you
what they do.
personally.
Yeah,
They
they
try to
attack-
attack your ego.
Yeah, or your sexuality.
Yeah,
Oh, you
yeah.
must be
Yeah.
gay. They did that same
Yeah.
stuff with Kevin Samuels, because I think women are preloaded when they're born with delusional software, and it activates after like age 21,
Man.
and they just don't get it. Like, dudes that you want don't want you. You're so beyond the like your standards. You don't even match them. Like, what you looking for ain't looking for you. So now they 35, 40, mad, angry at the world, and it's men's fault. No, you wasted all these years BSing trying to date what you wanted, your type. Women, because women they be, I can't find a good man. Y'all ain't looking for no good man.
They sure ain't.
Y'all want what women want is they want, because they get attention, because men, we're the hunters.
We are the hunters.
So they take that to their head.
Yes.
It make them big headed. So they don't want to go out and find a man, because that makes them feel like less of a woman. What they want is a ton of men in they inbox or DMs, and then they want to pick through them.
Yeah.
That's where they want to pick from. They don't want to go out and do the work. And then they say, well, he got to have this much money. He got to look like this, be this tall, be this complexion. And then they sift through like, all right, I'll pick him. And it's dudes over here, good dudes, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So now they all 40, just like me.
Yeah. Ran through.
Through.
You know,
Don't know dude
got
want
mileage,
them.
baggage.
Yeah. So then they end up with a dude look like Carl Winslow when they marry him. You know, like all the bad bitches in KC,
They do.
all the dudes they marry look like Carl Winslow. Hair missing, the little stadium seating hair. You know what I'm
They
saying?
look just like the nigga.
Yeah, they always, the niggas you dated, they look like you in high school. You know what I'm saying? And then the nigga they date look just like Carl. I mean, the hair missing and everything, like corny. And they don't be like us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They be corny dudes. Like they don't even be cool. Like they dudes you never see. They
Or
wore
they
the
took their shirt and they pants.
yeah, they the dude that wore the suit to school on a random Tuesday. Like that dude. That's the dude that they getting married.
There's an
to now.
old saying that you don't want to die alone, so you got to settle with something.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's what they do. That's what they do. And then we talk about settling. We don't even talk about that.
Well, we got another segment coming up. We're about to get into
Yeah,
it.
man. So, I mean, we gonna take a little bit of another intermission, man. We got comedian Bobby J Coleman in the building with us. This is the Demxcrazy Podcast, episode
Crown Royal.
12.
Yes, sir. Take
Yes,
a
sir.
sec.
Is there?
All right, welcome back to episode 12 of the Demxcrazy Podcast. We got comedian Mr. Bobby J Coleman in the building, kicking in and chopping it up with us, man.
Yes, sir.
So I just want to ask, we kind of, ended talking about relationships and stuff like that. So I want to ask, would y'all ever date someone who was in the entertainment industry?
Yes and no.
Because what's entertainment? Nigga?
Like in entertainment, like for music, not porno.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Like music.
I knew that.
I ain't talking about the industry. I'm pretty sure nobody gonna date nobody in the porn.
Right. Yeah.
Shit, unless she's
I go first, nigga. Nah, I wouldn't, man. Nah, I wouldn't. Damn, that's my answer.
What
I
about
mean,
you?
it's yes and no. It depends on who the person is. Like some people, like let's say if I do music, right?
Yeah.
And we was talking, you want somebody that's RC that want to do music too, that's in the same,
Yeah.
Zane zone or vibe you in, but at the same time, you don't want nobody that's thirsty for attention too.
That's a fact.
You letting that.
I agree with Russell. That's pretty much my answer.
You don't want nobody letting that feel overwhelm your relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I say yes and no. It depends. You know what I'm saying? Bobby J.
No. Because if you do, it's usually due to the fascination of like, if you know you can smash Sierra, you'll mess with her. Because those industry relationships don't work out because
They don't.
You go in opposite directions at all times because this person got 10 and what they got 2. But what people usually want is somebody. I mean, for men especially, they want somebody that can hold home down. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the thing about men. But for when you meet these people, you be like, oh man, that's Halle Berry, and she looks just as good in person, and you think you want it, but you don't want that, man.
Yeah, because you don't know how she is in real life.
They just like everybody else, bro.
Yeah.
People don't understand them. They just like
What's her
everybody
name?
else.
Lori Harvey, man.
Lori.
Look, she bouncing from nigga to nigga, boy.
Hey, she bad though.
And now they trying to.
I mean, she beautiful.
She's.
Bounce over here.
I ain't never heard her talk though. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't never heard her talk.
me
either.
neither.
What does she sound like her daddy?
I don't
though?
need her. I don't need her to talk. I need her to
What does she sound like her daddy?
I
Like
need her to bounce on this nonsense.
Just sit there and look
Look
cute.
at him. Look at him. Like, what does she sound just like her
I
daddy?
tell you now what nonsense. You know what I'm saying?
So to kind of piggyback what we talked about before this segment. All right, so man, why do y'all think a lot of women they want the not shit dudes, but then they complain about them getting dogged out or getting done wrong? Like, why? Who want to start out with
I
that?
guess I can start off. I mean, most of the not shit dudes, they don't got nothing going, and they can offer what women want, and that's your time. Shit, a nigga ain't got no job. He ain't going nowhere.
Hey, boy, they love homeless dick, don't they?
They some see your
I'm
names.
telling you, and I'm gonna be honest, boy. A lot of these motherfuckers out here, they ain't got shit going, but they dick. So they gonna have to fuck. They gonna have to fuck the shit out of her. Keep their lifestyle going, dog.
I think that women they like those dudes because they know that they feel like you can't do any better.
Yeah.
They know you're not going nowhere. You
That's
know what I'm
fact.
saying? Because
That's
when
true,
you
yep.
need them, women love control, bro. They might not talk about it and
yeah,
admit
sure
it,
they
but
do.
they love control. So they know that they can talk shit to you and push on your forehead and all that stuff, and you ain't gonna go nowhere because you need her. But when you don't need her, you ain't putting up with that shit.
Yeah,
and now
that's
they be
facts.
like, man, I ain't got my superpowers gone because
Yeah.
he don't need me. He can leave at any time and go
Yeah.
get him a apartment or
Because
something.
you own the house, you own the car.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
They can
Yeah.
take that from
I hate you,
Yeah.
Jody. No, it's like-
But
so, you know.
women love types. You know what I'm saying? That's their problem. They can't shake that type.
Yeah.
Well, until the clock is done ticking and expired.
They end up with Carl Winslow.
Yeah, then they that's why it changes because they will be 35, 40 and they will still want what they wanted at 25 even though they built different, look like spilled pudding and shit when they take their spanks off and shit. So
Damn.
Yeah, like I said, what was the question again?
Yeah, why women like
Why
not shit
women?
niggas pretty
Why
much.
like not shit? Like I said, they just natural mothers, you know, like to take care of a grown man. You know what I'm saying? That's why chicks got dogs and puppies because they want they need to take care of something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you got a big nigga,
and that's what they problem.
Yeah.
They complaining too.
Yeah.
They're on top of that. Like if
Yeah.
that's what you like, okay. If it don't work out, cool. But then they complaining about it, and then they, like I said before, they raising the next generation of ain't shit niggas.
Yeah, they
Because if
are.
you see a chick with her son, he ain't about shit.
Yeah, that's true.
They will interfere with how the daddy raised the kid, and then when he grows up and he relies on women, and then they be like, "Oh, these niggas ain't shit." Well, if y'all think the niggas before him wasn't shit, like this next generation about to be a fucked up
Man.
batch, boy, a bad batch.
Oh, it's scary. It's very scary,
Yeah.
man. Man, speaking of that, man, how do y'all think like this homeschooling stuff is going for the parents, man?
bad. They try to get their swerve on. Shit, they
Man,
can't.
hey.
I'll let Bobby go first.
Yeah, go ahead, Bob. You
I like the
parent.
dynamic of homeschooling because it's exposing the realities that women ain't shit parents to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They mad at their kids and hate them because they home and shit. And it's like exposing,
Yeah.
like they doing a piss poor job. And it wasn't the teachers, it was at home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all kids skipping school in front of you. You working from home, taking calls for T-Mobile.
Yeah.
And then your kids sit next to you, sleep. You know what I'm saying? It's showing women ain't good parents either. You know what I'm saying? But no, I think the whole thing with my kids, I'm on their ass.
That's what's
boy.
up,
Yeah,
man.
I
Hell
be
yeah.
FaceTiming them. Like, you get up, you dress up, and you play the
So you
part.
still want them to go through the same routine,
yeah,
get dressed? Yeah, okay.
you're not about to lay down. No.
Can't have no white beater like, they're
Yeah.
doing mad
Oh,
class.
no, you got
No pajamas.
Yeah, I'm old school, man.
Man, another thing, parents get to realize how bad their kids actually is.
Yeah, hell yeah.
'Cause now you spending that real time, you be like, boy, this motherfucker might be dumb. He might be dumb. he might be
Yeah.
dumb. But actually bouncing off that, piggybacking off that question, do y'all feel that technology has like helped or hurt child development in society? Like, you know, with them being able to have access to the internet so early and young, and phones that can get on any website, you know, tablets and stuff like that.
It's hurt them.
It's good and bad at the same
Yeah.
time because it's hurting them, but at the same time it's kind of helping. Cause like I said, with Google knows everything.
Sure to do.
Shit, it's some shit. I'll be like, damn, I didn't know that. Let me Google it. You know,
Yeah.
so I know it's helping my black ass. So
Hey, that's a
shit.
fact.
I think it hurts. You're right. It hurts and helps too. It helps you get by, but it eliminates the mechanics because
Yeah.
when you like, if you knew how to do something, like our generation, we knew how to set the time on a VCR.
Yeah.
Kids, all they do is push a button and the app pops up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We knew how to do all this crazy stuff, hook the Nintendo up, HV or VH, whatever it was on the back of the TV. We knew the mechanics of stuff. And now everything is given to you, and you can't. And now what's happening is they're not thinking for themselves.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
like, instead of thinking and activating that part of my brain, I just go here and say it in my phone or type it, and then it tells you. So
Yeah.
when you get older, that never develops.
I'll be honest, because like when I went to college, it was 2006, so we still was flicking through the books, hollering and shit like that. So by the time I got done with college, I think it was like 2011, 2012. We had I was actually using this iPad my last 2 years of college right here.
Confused as heck.
I was doing online class, and I ain't gonna lie, it was easier once I got this iPad. I'm like, okay, click, But when I literally had to read them books, I feel like I retained the information better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And also, I feel like it also kind of hurts the social development of children. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, for example, you got kids that's they on devices, so they really not in tune on what's happening with them. Yeah. And they bringing them to school, so they may be, I don't know why they at school, and then they leave school, come home, instead of going to go play and kick it like we used to do when we was young, they hop on the game or hop on a computer. Yeah. And so, I mean, it's hurting there. And then also, I ain't gonna lie, like you mentioned Google, boy, I'm a student at YouTube University.
Yeah, me too.
YouTube that taught me hella stuff.
That's where I got my second degree at, man.
Shout out to YouTube. I'm working at that master class right now.
And one thing about technology I do like, is the GPS now.
Yeah, that GPS.
Now we old school. I mean, I'm one time I had some. I was trying to get some pussy, not MapQuest here. I got the page flopping and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I missed my turn.
Got to write down that Google
Yeah,
Maps.
see, where you at? I'm in the farms. I'm like, the fuck? And I'm going home. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, technology it hurts, but also can help too.
And niggas ain't got mouthpieces no more since niggas get on Facebook and Instagram, make a chick down. Like, remember back in the day, you'll meet a chick at the store. Hey, how you doing? I'm Chris. Can I take you out? You know, and get to know you sometimes. Now, hey, what's up? Oh, fuck you. What's up? You know?
Yeah. Like
that's what I was talking to my wife about that earlier. Or we talk about all kind of stuff, but I was telling her the when you do things physically, your connection is different.
Yeah. That's a fact.
So when you take, like you said, macking to a woman and stuff, the appreciation is different versus when you in the line at a store and you catch her at her car and be like, let me holler at you, and you going through your stuff. But if you can go through and just thumb through, it's kind of like with music too.
That's right.
Yeah.
When we bought music, you bought it, you read the liner notes,
who produced it,
the lyrics, the thank you, shout outs, all that, and you felt a part of it. You was a part of it. Yeah. Now you can say, oh, I like that song, boom, and you got it. Yeah, you did nothing to get it, so that's why everything is different now. It's all different.
For sure. Man, well, we about to take a little bit of a break, man. We got comedian Bobby J Coleman in the building with us, man, making us laugh, spreading it out and enlightening the people. And we be back.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Welcome back to episode 12 of the Demxcrazy, man. We got RG, Chris B, and special guest Bobby J, man, the comedian, man. So, man, we're talking about relationships and all that stuff, man. So we're going to talk about current events, man. How do y'all feel about the Black Lives Matter movement? Who want to start that off? I'll let Rasul go first. Go ahead.
We'll get my newscasting on. Now, it's... I got mixed emotions about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like it, but at the same time, I think it's kind of like hypocritical. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Black lives really matter, then why y'all going out there killing each other and whatnot? 'Cause I remember it was a post, the City Girls, and she was like, well, we marching for black people. And she's like, I don't want to hear none of that. Black people kill black people. We ain't talking about that. We talking about the police now. I'm like it's still the same thing.
That's right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it just mixed emotions about Black Lives Matter, but I mean, it's what it is.
It's a pick and choose culture.
That too.
We say, don't worry about this, don't worry about that, don't worry about that. We want y'all to focus on this. And it's like, well, it's 7 other issues as well. Right. If Black Lives Matter isn't. It's a organization, but it's not like to the degree like we think it is. Mm-hmm. But their message should have been more on getting us educated and having us give a fuck about Black lives too. Yeah. Because when you tell people that, you're going to say, and this isn't giving white people a green light or police officers a green light to kill us. Yeah. But when you say, act like a zoo, treat it like a zoo, act like an animal, treat you like an animal. Like if you go in somebody's house, it's filthy as hell. You ain't gonna worry about taking your shoes off or whatever. You're gonna treat it like whatever. Like, oh, they nasty as hell. I don't care. So when you don't care about your lives, you see how they treat us. Yes, even the courts look at us. When these judges get these police officers in front of them, they don't value our lives the way that it should be valued. Because if we did the same thing, they'd be like, you getting 20 years, 15 to life or whatever the case may be. Yeah. So it's different, man. It's not working out like the way it should. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's dope. RG.
Man, I think, to be honest, I mean, for black people, I mean, people find value in what you find value in. You know what I'm saying? If you value in your community, if you value in, you know, like the children and people that you are bringing into this world, and basically enlightening them and teaching them how to not only take care of themselves, but to do things for themselves. You know, becoming more educated, becoming more self-sufficient, becoming more aware of what's happening. When you start doing those things and also teaching them to other people in your community and allowing them to grasp and learn that, you basically make your community stronger. You make basically whatever team or side you on stronger, because people are gaining more knowledge, and with that, you know, it allows you to be able to combat things that are happening to you more effectively. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, my thing is, if you doing good stuff in the community, or if you basically doing stuff as far as how you running your household, and everybody else in your community or everybody else that's around is following suit, it makes your community stronger. Even if y'all not even communicating with each other, it still makes everything stronger because the foundation is stronger.
If everybody doing their part, everything works together.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it together, but if you're doing your part, you're doing your part. We're not bumping heads. You know what I'm saying? So you're right, absolutely.
Yeah, because it's like when you focusing on what you got going on in your household, and trying to make everything that's in your household good, presentable, and whatever the case may be, you don't have as many issues happening outside that's affecting you, basically. You know,
Starts at home.
What about you, Chris B?
Nah, I pretty much agree with all of y'all, man. Like I said, yeah, Black lives do matter, but the movement itself, man, like, they not really taking us serious. You know what I'm saying? The police ain't taking us serious. The white supremacists ain't taking us serious because, like I said, you know, we do all this marching and then turn right back around and kill one of our own, and nobody's marching, nobody's looking for justice.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to talk about a real black empowerment movement, it was the Black Panthers. The government was afraid of the Black Panthers. That's a real movement right there. They assassinated these niggas. They got Huey P. Newton strung out on drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, that. Ain't nobody looking for the Black Lives Matter leaders. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't getting no death threats. Niggas ain't getting killed. So they not really doing anything. You know what I'm saying? We just got to go about it a different way, though, man. We have to hold ourselves accountable, too. Like I say, yes, Black lives do matter. Don't get it twisted. I don't want y'all comment on this podcast like, oh, yeah, some coons and all. No. Black lives do matter. But, you know, we have to unify, man, and let these people know, hey, we matter to us, too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
I also
my take
think
on it.
another thing is basically, like, I feel it kind of got tainted with the people who kind of attached themselves on it, like social media wise. Because I know it's been times I hop on Instagram, I scroll down, and I see a Black Lives Matter post with a girl twerking in the video. She got hashtag Black Lives Matter. Like, how are you going to expect somebody to take you serious or to take the movement serious when you basically not offering anything serious? Like, I feel like if it was basically more people who were leaders in the community that actually were basically being the socialist basically of it, instead of just everybody who got a phone and a black, they can just tweet whatever they want. Like, you can't have like a negative tweet. Oh, niggas ain't shit yet. We smoking dope, kicking it. Black Lives Matter. Oh yeah, shit. Fuck these hoes. You know, these bitches ain't shit. Black Lives Matter. Like, bro, your message is not consistent enough for me to even want to believe anything that you got going on. And how do you think people who are not black are looking at that?
Exactly.
Like, bro, you talking about bullshit every 5 thing, but did you want Black Lives Matter? But yeah, shit. Hey, we
kind of piggyback what Bobby said. Is like, you know, you treat somebody's house the way they treat their own house. Like, for example, like what happened at the Capitol last month? Man, imagine there was a whole bunch of Black Lives Matter niggas swinging on the building. You know.
but take it back when the Black Lives Matter organized there. They had troops already on the steps of the Capitol. Nothing happened. Even when he was talking about the Black Panthers, people don't realize Black Panther was labeled as a terrorist organization.
They was,
But when you look at anything black, yes, we have killings that are relative to us, just like any other community. If you go to an Indian reservation, they're fighting each other. White people fighting each other. Black people, but we only identify it as black on black crime.
Yeah.
So when you look at the Black Panthers, where is their history of killing and lynching people? Where is their history of burning down whole cities and going in and dragging white people out their house and their kids and hanging them from trees? They don't. They fear to this day in 2021 white people and these police officers fear the presence of a black man.
Right.
Even if you could be in a grocery store tomorrow, a white dude talking crazy to you, and you just like, man, fuck what you talking about, dog.
Yeah.
And then the moment you raise your voice, oh, they want to go call the police and things like that. It's the fear.
Yeah.
Just our presence. So we got to understand that they fear us. We don't mean any harm. They've been waiting 400 years for us to do something to them that never happened yet. They still waiting.
Yeah.
But you got white men busting out the window of the MGM, shooting up 200 and something people.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Shooting up schools and all this. That don't belong to us. I don't know why they fear us. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? They might see us
that
as
guilty conscience, you know.
Yeah.
They like say somebody did something bad to you. And
they've been waiting like, oh, they gonna get us.
Boy.
Yeah.
Hey, you preaching, boy.
Yeah,
That
no,
is.
for real, man.
They waiting. They know that they feel like it's a get back coming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you did some dirt, you expecting some dirt to be done back to you.
What goes around comes around.
Yeah.
It's deep,
And
boy.
I don't
Woo,
think it's
shit.
gonna come because we mind our damn business.
We do.
Yeah.
We don't care about anything. Like where we at. This is where I grew up too. You know what I'm saying? I was born and raised over here.
That's a fact,
You know, I be
yeah.
cracking
Why
jokes on
not?
KCK.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
I'm from KCK.
I seen that. He said,
Yeah,
said a water stink and all that.
Hold on, wait. Tell me. Let's nip that in the butt right now.
Oh, okay.
When you drive over the bridge and you smell that smell.
That's the Missouri River.
That address and the sewer company is in Kansas City, Missouri. It is not Kansas. So that's y'all.
Where y'all wastewater treatment plant at?
Shoot, I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know.
We helping y'all out. So all y'all boo boo.
We don't need y'all help.
We gotta help y'all out.
If anything that look good on us because we just make sure we slide our shit over to y'all side.
Yeah.
You know?
If you driving west on 70, you smell it. When you driving east, you don't smell it. You know what I'm saying?
And to all the Missouri people, the Kansas City Chiefs is Kansas.
It is Kansas, man.
Trump said it. The great city of Kansas.
Ah, okay.
You can't say Kansas City without mentioning us first. So
That's
anyway,
a good one. But you know what? It's a black thing that we have these rivalries because black people, we're tribal by nature. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
So
Yeah.
this water, when it all comes down to it, this water don't necessarily separate us because I got family and friends over here. I've been on the Missouri side most of my life, but this is my heart. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Bethany baby. I'm born right up the road. You know what I'm saying? Way back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Is the hospital even still up?
hell
No,
no.
it's not.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Damn.
but you know, I went to Northwest Middle.
That's where I
in
went.
Washington. Yeah, so just my freshman year at Washington. But
Wind that Bulldogs.
Damn, I realized we ain't had no Missouri people. We ain't had no Missouri on the show yet. Damn, that's crazy.
Oh, really?
Everybody been in Kansas.
Yeah.
Everybody been in Kansas, dog.
Kevin
sure.
Rowe?
Missouri.
Kevin Rowe,
Yeah,
Missouri.
Kevin Rowe,
Missouri.
Yeah.
For
He
sure.
over there now.
Yeah.
For sure, man. But we gonna take a little bit of a break, man. We got good conversation going, man, and we got comedian Bobby J Coleman in the building with
That
us.
swig is
man,
gone.
it's gone. It's gone.
Little brown,
But we'll be back, man. It's episode 12 of the Demxcrazy Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back to episode 12 of the Demxcrazy Podcast, man. We got RG, Double R, Chris B, and special guest Bobby J. Man, we've been talking about, man, social issues, relationships, and all that, man. So how do y'all feel about gender roles and relationships, man? Who want to start this out?
Shit, I started out.
All right.
Go ahead and let the man of the hour go.
Gender roles are necessary, and I'm gonna put it like this: gender roles that are not assigned to you.
Yeah.
What's in you should be in you. Like, you know, to take the trash out.
Yeah.
If your woman telling you need to it's different.
Right.
It's like you telling her you need to cook.
Right.
It's certain things that you're gonna do, and then there's certain things that we'll do together.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? My wife, we never talk about gender roles. We just know. She's
do it.
never had to say, "Hey, Bobby, can you take the trash out?" Hey,
Yeah.
It's just natural.
or I'm telling her, "Hey, can you cook this?" She's already in there. I'm waking up and smelling bacon and eggs.
That's what's up, dog.
stuff. So I think, because what women don't understand for men, we need to know our place too. And this
Yeah.
ain't saying being put in our place. It's just saying I need to feel like the man in the relationship. I
Yeah.
need to know where I stand in this relationship, because what women try to do is control a lot of stuff. And you're like, well, I got this. Don't worry about me. Don't tell me what I need to do. I'm going to let you know what I am as a man. You know what I'm saying? Because if a woman's dragging you and telling you what you need to do, that's like, man, I can't do it. It's too much. You know what I'm saying? Just let it be. But I think it's necessary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, but like in this generation, you know, I don't think like, you know, some niggas don't take out the trash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They to be playing PlayStation.
Right.
Nah,
right,
like
right.
I say, I don't think like you said, it gotta be in you. Like I said, we've been all taught, you know, how to be a man. You know what I'm saying? How to do these things. Like, all right, I got it. You know, you need. I pump the gas for you. I do this. I change your oil. You know, stuff like that. But now this generation don't really know the stuff like that. So now some females got to feel like, hey, can you do this? I mean, the shit. You know, I'm like, man,
Right.
you know. So.
And I'm gonna piggyback off of that real quick, and I'm gonna answer the question. So, you know, for example, like, you know, your dad, he was a manly man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So whenever hey, Chris, no eating in the study, yes sir.
Yeah.
You know, whenever he told RG something, yes sir. But we tell other people like they snap out because you could tell, no disrespect to people who didn't have their fathers growing up, but you can kind of tell who had their father present because
Exactly.
guys that had their father present, you know, we carry ourselves a different way.
Exactly.
Guys that didn't have their parents, they get emotional when somebody give them constructive criticism.
Yeah.
But to get back on topic, I feel like gender roles are necessary, man. Like, you know, like Bobby said, you know, obviously, if you're living with your woman, you're not going to expect her to go out and cut the grass if y'all living together. That's just something you're going to do. You know what I'm saying? Just stuff like that. So I think they are necessary, though, man.
Yeah, I think it's necessary. Like, you know, like I said, for an extent. Like, basically, kind of like how everybody mentioned. Like, everybody, if you pretty much know like what you're doing in your relationship, I feel like the gender role is kind of going to fall into place. Like, anyway, like if she wants to be a good wife, I feel like if she want to be a good wife, she going to naturally be cooking and doing stuff like that. If you want to be a good husband, you're going to be naturally basically doing things around the house, you know, fixing stuff, cutting the grass, you know, taking care of whatever the car needs situated and stuff like that. And then when it comes to like the financial aspect, that's the only thing I feel like can be like I guess
little
like debatable kind of if I would say so, because for example, like me personally, if I'm working and I'm in a relationship, I want to be able to financially take care of my household, and if she working and she's bringing in finances, that's fine, but I want to be able to personally be able to handle it by myself if something was to ever happen to her job, you know what I'm saying, or just because I feel that way. Like me, I want to pay for the date all the time.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah,
so
like,
that's if she move in with you. Now, what if she already got her own house and you move in with her?
Don't do it, fellas.
Man, I ain't moving in with no girl at all.
Don't do it.
Not into her shit, because my thing is when she getting mad and you get into an argument, this is my house. I'm not about to be sleeping in my mama's house or sleeping in my car.
You can't tell a motherfucker they wrong in they shit.
That's a fact.
Your boss can tell you 2 times 2 is 27. And you say, hey, you wrong. You go in his office, he be like, you're fired.
Yeah,
Get out of here.
Fact.
Yeah.
Women are dictators and controlling when it comes to. She could move in September 1st and sign the lease. You can move in September 2nd. On September 29th, if she don't like something you said, get the fuck out my house. I tell everybody, don't move in with that chick.
So get
don't
something
do
together.
It. Get something together, because you even the playing field. Like I told you, they think that's their superpower.
That's
Control is their superpower.
That's true, girl.
So like when we talk about even with the gender roles, I think when we talking about it, the way that gender roles are passed out, women want us to be the same as our grandparents from the 60s and 70s.
Hell yeah.
They want us to be the same exact way as our grandparents. Because you notice they throw out their grandpa. Well, my grandpa did this and my daddy paid all the bills. The house was 200 square feet.
Yeah.
Bills, bread was a nickel, gas was a quarter, rent was $25, and the roof was leaking. You had cans in the middle of the Jackson 5 house, basically. And so we live in a 2-income society today. So why are you still having those same standards? You see what I'm saying? But you notice if we mention what our grandmas did, grandma cooked. Oh, and what women do, they compare it to
go to
slavery.
your grandma's house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They compare any gender role to slavery.
True.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, can you cook? Then they say, can you build a house? Bitch, what the fuck bacon and eggs got to do with sheetrock and 7 Mexicans? And
yes, I did build a house.
Rasul built this house.
You did? He built the houses? Okay, see? But why does the two don't add up?
Yeah, that's
bacon and eggs, sheetrock, paint,
studs,
framing nails, all this shit, Home Depot credit card. bacon and eggs.
Credit card. I didn't have one of those. I need one.
If they compare that, and that's why when we talk about this, women need to hear it because they don't understand what they're asking of us because we can't ask nothing to them.
Yeah.
Because when you do, you're a misogynist, you hate black women, you this, you that, because they've run out of excuses, but they still silencing us and they won't let us speak because when you do speak, they do the insults and all that stuff.
Oh,
So.
they lit me up a few times, boy.
Man.
Had a nigga going off Facebook.
For real? Hey, go ahead, go in on them like 300.
Goodbye, world.
Yeah, don't do it, man. Women, when I see them, because there was a lot of women that they've either unfriended me and now they back.
Oh boy, yeah.
Stuff because I mean I had a bad rap, but the thing is I held my own because when I talked to these women, I did so many relationship panels and all this stuff, and I'm letting these women know what it is about us. Like, okay, who else grew up with black women?
Right,
The black man. We the only ones.
Yeah.
They'll take that advice from Dr. Field,
Yeah.
anybody or any white man.
Yeah.
But soon as you say this is the scariest word to start a sentence off. Black women. See that right there?
Yeah.
You hate black women. No, you talk about black men. But how do we get we not gonna work out because we can't criticize them and black women feel like they're above reproach.
Hey, boy, you know they're gonna fuck us up on these comments. You know that, right?
They can we can
Fuck
go.
you niggas.
but what they're gonna do, they're not gonna disprove any points. They're gonna attack us.
Oh, they gonna fuck
When
us
you
up,
can,
boy.
when you
ready?
I've been ready. Look, let's do it.
I'm knocking on your door. Chris, where you at? Chris! You see a nigga look like.
But we didn't really say nothing about them. We're just giving them an insight to just say, hey, be open, be understanding. It's not all about you. You see what I'm saying?
right.
Like, finally listen to us because they'll take any advice. They'll take advice from women, gay dudes, and white men about black men, but they will never take advice
From a
about black men
yeah.
from black men.
It's just
so
egos, you know?
why is that so offensive? Because it involves accountability on their end, and who else can tell them we saw you fuck up?
All right.
Us. We the only ones. You saying they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that shit.
You ready, Chris? They gonna get us. Now,
Shoot, hey,
They gonna come to me.
Yeah.
I'm always in fire and gun in hell, smoking brimstone or wherever the hell.
Like, what Bobby J? Hey, look like Chris took up a dead presidents in the
Hey, they gonna write these comments up. I'm waiting, boy.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes,
let's
sir.
do it. Hey, any attention is good attention. So
We the sons of Kevin Samuels. Now,
right. I ain't never met him though. I just found out about Homeboy, and I love to meet him and talk to him. But you know, they gonna be mad because the truth hurts, man.
It really
Truth
do.
hurts. And the sad part is finding out the truth when you're 37 and think you still got it.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part. Like you think you important, and then to find out, damn, I ain't important. Everybody around me, this was a lie.
Right.
Yeah.
I think after your 30s, you kind of stuck in your ways now. You know what I'm saying?
true.
So that's why it just.
Yep. In your 30s, you're stuck in your ways, and then at 40, your gripes are no longer heard the same because now you're 40, you're a great auntie.
Yeah.
It's you.
All right.
Yeah.
That's fact.
When you're 39, you can say all the funny shit about men online, and we gonna laugh on your post and all this. But when you 40, and
40?
now you bitter and miserable. You that great auntie. So nobody want to hear that shit.
Nah, man, that's deep right there. That's something to think about, man. You know, just nobody wants to really die alone or nothing like that. So we everybody's got to humble themselves, man, and find out what your flaws are, man. Work on yourself, and and I think everything will be okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
Man, well, we about to take a little bit of a break, man, and we're going to be back with some more good conversation. This is the Demxcrazy Podcast, episode 12. Got comedian Bobby J. Coleman in the building with us.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, man. So welcome back to episode 12 of the Demxcrazy Podcast, man. We got Bobby J. Coleman in the building with
The
us.
legend,
We've been
the
chopping
icon.
it up, man. He been giving us game, showing us, different ways that we can kind of navigate in our personal lives, relationships, comedy, everything like that. So
He's related to Kevin Samuels. No.
The viewers ain't gonna get this far. They gonna flag this video. Hate speech.
they sure is. Man, but I want to ask, with COVID happening and everything, with everything happening with the pandemic, has it helped y'all develop any skills or trace in any way when it comes to like y'all careers or your personal lives? Has it allowed y'all to basically learn a new way of doing stuff?
Well, hell yeah.
Well, me personally, I enjoy the COVID. Not like enjoy it like yay, but it helped me. It helped me build more stuff. 'Cause like I said, with social media, with life, everything's always fast paced. You know what I'm saying? With COVID happened, everything sits still to the point where you can finally catch up, and now you caught up. Now you can go in there like with music. You know what I'm saying? With videos, me buying all this stuff, me getting my music together, me writing, and now that everything's getting a little better, now I got stuff I can come out with, product I can come out with. So it kind of podcast. This
There you go.
reason to COVID. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, but other than that though, I enjoyed it.
Man, shit, yeah, man. I gained a lot, man. I gained 20 pounds, and I got
That too. That's
I learned how to mix and master music better, man. I learned how to shoot music videos, edit music videos, man.
Movies.
And stack more money up, throw money in the bank.
Yeah, I mean that's basically been it for me. Like for real, like as far as like with the COVID, my saving has been like ridiculous because I work from home now. I ain't got to drive out nowhere.
You ain't got to worry about no gas.
I ain't got to worry about no gas, but my car, shoot, it's gonna last longer because of COVID, boy. It probably was on its last leg. That must stand strong.
Right, he good. Like I needed this nap.
What about you, Bobby Jack?
Shoot, man, I've been busy through this.
Yeah.
Well, you stay busy,
Yeah, man, I still been traveling, doing shows, and it's been different. You know what I'm saying? But you're right with COVID for me. So with me doing comedy for 17 years, comedy's always going to be there. But I've jumped into other things, so I've been writing scripts and things like that.
Man.
So instead of writing for other people, I'm finally writing for myself.
That's fire, man.
That's
And
dope.
I'm very pleased with the outcome of what I've been writing. So my pivot for this due to COVID has been great. So, that's the next phase in my life. You know what I'm saying? So,
Man, we definitely proud of you, man, and we watching you, man.
For sure.
So, man, we're going to get back into the relationship shit part of things. Man, how do y'all feel about polygamy, man?
Polygamy, the reason why it's taboo because it's Westernized. We're Westernized.
Yeah.
I know we might be like, man, I ain't no way I'm gonna deal with two women. One woman crazy, but two,
Man.
and I know a couple dudes that have two women. You like live together. You know what I'm saying? I know a couple dudes. That, like
D-Ray.
D-Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, D-Ray's my dude. Like he's one of them, and it's in us. It's not that it's hard to. It's not hard to curb. You can have one woman, but if we all went back to Africa, we gonna have one woman?
Hell nah.
Heck nah.
It's 2 million more women black women in the United States than men.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody gonna be single, so you might as well team up. You know what I'm saying? So, but polygamy, all in all honesty, I don't know. I'm on the fence about it because I'm a type of person. Do what you do. Do what works.
Right.
I don't know at whatever point in my life I would be like, man, I want two women.
Yeah.
I've had a couple side chicks that I would have like put together, like y'all could be a team.
Right.
But I don't know, man. Like I'm on the fence.
I mean, it sounds good on paper,
It
but you
sounds
gotta
good on
realize, I got 4 wives, but like I said, that's 4 mouths to feed.
Yeah, it
You know what I'm
is.
saying? That's more money out of your
4
pocket.
sets of problems,
Yeah.
4
Four sets of
cars.
problems. You know what I'm
True,
saying?
yeah.
Like I said, like you said, you can't deal with one. You got 4 of them.
Right.
Man.
So I'm looking like it sounds good on paper, but
Yeah.
Or G.
Man, like I said, it sounds good for what you would want to have an extra woman for. Some sexual activity.
that wop.
Okay. So are all y'all in relationships? Everybody in relationships?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm in one. Yeah, I'm
you
in
in
one.
one?
Yeah.
Half and half. Not saying-
So if another chick that like you was really digging, you had to pick between one, and then your girl that you chose was like, I like her. They found out about her. Let's bring her in.
Shoot.
What y'all do?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I had to
Nah,
pose the question.
I ain't doing no polygamy. Me personally, boy.
I ain't,
I
boy.
like I said, having 2, just.
I mean, they go to their jobs during the day, then y'all come home, and then y'all together.
No, I can't, man. Like, just it's like I said, that responsibility, boy, having one. You got to worry about her car and make sure she got something to eat. And,
True.
Then plus, jealousy gonna happen. Like I said, now what if she, y'all in the bedroom doing that thing.
Yeah, you sucking one titty too long.
Yeah, then like I said, and the other one, like I said, you give her to work the first time, the second time, a little, you know what I'm saying? So
See, I ain't gonna lie. If I was in a perfect financial situation and I can afford to,
Okay, pose it that way. Perfect financial.
because right now, my finances,
I'm too cheap, nigga.
my
I'm sorry.
finances, I'm too cheap
Yeah,
to have another one.
Right.
But
Yeah.
if I had that real bag,
Yeah.
Shit, or go to Church's Chicken, get the 12 piece, and y'all split. You get 3 chickens a piece. That's
Right.
it. Old school.
man, heck
I don't know, man. That's a good question though, man. I don't. You think, like you said, you think you want
think
that
you want it.
situation, but yeah, I don't know, man, because they too emotional. You know,
Yeah.
you got a lot of shit to sift through. You don't know who on what mode that day. So yeah,
And me, I'll be honest, like I'm kind of like selfish with my time. Like I won't like deny that. It's like, you know, it's hard for me just to set aside time, just
Yeah.
you know, for your woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, of course you want to spend time with your woman, but you know, sometimes I just want to play the game or you know do some music or something like that. So imagine having two. You don't never
Yeah.
spend no time
Man,
with
you
me.
ain't gonna have
We
no
been on
time.
date.
Yeah, you know, and time is very important for a black man too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because like I said, we give our time to everybody but ourselves. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Work, women, or children. You know,
Because-
yeah.
Because, you know, when you're in a relationship, like, so we do this podcast every week. So, you know, you do this podcast, your woman be like, damn, you know, you with your niggas again? Okay, we got a music video today. Damn, you hanging with them niggas
Or
again?
go to the studio
We're going to the
session.
studio. Like, this is work. You know, just like when you do your comedy, that's work. So if you go out and have drinks with your boys, that's separate from, you know, doing comedy with your boys. They don't go together. They don't go hand in hand. So, nah, I can't do polygamy, though, boy.
yeah, you're right.
Shoot,
Unless you're drinking on the
stick with
job.
my answer. My bread is right for a money solve all the goddamn problems.
Church's
boy.
Chicken, man, 3 pieces of chicken a piece.
All right,
There we
man.
go. That's what we did. Old school shit. I grew up broke. Now.
So,
anyway,
so you got kids, Bobby, right?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Yes, sir.
so I know y'all ain't got kids yet or whatever. So
not that we know of.
y'all ain't
so-
got no kids.
when y'all
Shoot,
when
but
y-
God bless me, boy.
Y'all good, man. Don't look.
Well,
so when y'all kids go off to college and they say, Dad, I'd rather use my college funds to invest into a business, what would y'all do?
depends on what the business is.
Yeah. I'm going to say no. Because, you know what? I'm not going to say no. You're right. So ask what the business is.
Yeah.
Like if my son wants to sell slime, no, you're not going to make slime and sell slime to people. You know?
Rent a spoons. Now.
Yeah, because kids love making slime and all that stuff, stupid stuff. What is it, you know? Because sometimes you know what you want to do. And now it's so many outlets because we didn't have these coming out of school. Like you can come out, you can just say, I want to be a YouTuber. Like my son, he's 12. He's like, I want to be a YouTuber.
And that's a real career
You
now.
make more
Real.
money than me.
Yeah.
So how am I going to stop him? So now he streams his video games, like when he's playing like
Yeah.
Twitch and all
You
that. Twitch stuff like that. So he does. I don't know how many people he has following him, but he's doing that. He got the whole setup in his room and everything, and you can make money off of it. So it depends, but. Man, I mean, you posed the question as like college stuff like that. I'm not a college type person.
Yeah.
I'm a what are you good at?
Yeah.
You're good at that? Okay, go get certified in what you're good at. So that way you're not a liability on a company. So if you're good at plumbing or electricity, you know, being an electrician or whatever the case may be, go get your certification, spend 18 months, and now you got that on paper. That's my thing. So I kind of have to go where they're at. I don't just throw him in this institution where he's taking self-defense classes and English 101 and GE 101 shit, wasting money. No,
Going to college to dig up dinosaur bones. Like,
like what?
I'm gonna break you, Alex. I'm like,
I'm gonna be honest. College ain't for everybody, man. To be honest, like it really isn't. Like I feel like if a person has a game plan of what they want to do with that money, and it's a solid game plan, I say let them try because at the end of the day, you can go to college at any time. It's not like you gotta go directly out of high school and you can't go again. Like that's just your only time you can enroll. Like you can go back and try that after the fact. So
Yeah, I kind of want to piggyback off Bobby. Like, you know, if my kid was like, hey, Dad, I don't you know, I want to go to college, I want to start a business. I'm okay, like, what you good at? Okay, you want to do, like I said, electricity, you want to do audio engineering. Okay, cool. I'll put you through a trade school, and then you can start your business
There
after
you go.
that.
Exactly.
There you go.
For sure, man. But we about to take a little bit of a pause, a little bit of a break, man. We got comedian Bobby J Coleman in the building with us, man. It's
You got a
episode
stimulus
12.
package? No.
Welcome back to the Demxcrazy, episode number 12. We got Chris B, Double R, Bobby J, and RG in the building, man. Hey, so do y'all think people should stay in toxic relationships for the kids' sake?
Hell no.
No.
They're gonna end up killing each other. I mean,
That's a
shit.
fact.
Yeah, I say no either, man.
Look how the dynamic is when a man leaves a toxic relationship. It's called he left the kids and the family.
Yeah.
When a woman leaves a toxic relationship,
I mean,
she's
you-
strong.
Yeah,
I left a toxic marriage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For real, like I left a toxic marriage, and I was looked at as the villain. But if I had done something to her and she left, she'd be looked at as just the strong soul survivor. You know what I'm saying? So, fuck the kids too.
Yeah, and I feel you, man.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I can only imagine, like, you know, that's a decision to make, man. I don't think people should stay in a relationship for the kids' sake, man. If y'all just ain't good for each other, it's unhealthy for the kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because that leads to a whole bunch of other stuff, and they might think it's okay to treat their husband or wife like that when they get older, man.
Yeah, when I left my marriage, my kids were my strength because they knew I didn't have kids with my ex-wife, but they knew that they wanted to see me better. It's better for them to see y'all both better in separate places
Facts, man.
than at
Yeah,
war
fighting and
together.
clashing.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, I understood that, like, growing up. Like, my parents, like, lived together until my dad passed, but they wasn't, like, good together. Like, they fight a lot. And at first, you know, the older I got, I'm like, bro, I want y'all to split up. Like, I would rather y'all split up than be here fighting and stuff like that, because I understood, like, the happiness that it can bring to not only their situation,
But to the kids, too.
but to the family structure and situation. Like, hell, like, y'all been arguing my whole damn life. Like, man, I would love to have a night with nobody arguing or a day with nobody arguing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I grew up seeing that shit too. Now, what do y'all think triggered domestic violence in relationships?
egos. I mean, you know, I think it's just egos, and because, like I said, people, you know, they choose who they pick their battles with. You know, like I said, you know, it's a time where it was, well, like I said, you know, they like I said, I'm a nice guy, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, you might think you can probably pick on the nice guy, but really, you know, I'm really crazy, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, like I said, so I think that's what triggered it, you know what I'm saying? Who the person is, you know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, I think a lot is how you're raised in conflict
And that too.
resolution. If it's not taught and you hear your parents arguing a lot, you think that's how you resolve an issue. You go straight to yelling.
Right.
And I've been the type of person that punched a wall.
Yeah.
Like, stupid motherfucker,
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah.
And
I did too.
yeah, and you punch the wall because it's frustrating. And it's like now when you become an adult, you realize adults hate taking the blame.
Yeah.
So
I
now,
agree.
and then the comprehension part. So it's like now you got to drill some shit into a motherfucker head, and you can't leave them. You got to stay in the same house with them and sleep on the couch, and they sleep upstairs or whatever the case
That's
may
scary.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's just
Petrifying.
constantly building because I was talking about this the other day. I said the hood is filled with a bunch of divided families because somebody didn't apologize.
That's
Yeah.
facts,
Think
man.
about it. Whether it be your dad or your mom or an uncle or a brother or relative, they didn't apologize. And with that is, man, you know what? I fucked up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that to you or took
that's
that
real.
from you or whatever. That one thing has pushed families apart. Me, same with my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's people I don't even fool with because simple stuff, just an apology and accountability fix that. So,
Yeah.
No, that's facts, man. Apology goes a long way, man. It really do, man.
yeah.
Man, I agree with y'all, man. Like I said, I grew up in a house where it was, domestic violence at, man, and, I think, like I said, they just wasn't good together. And, I think, shit, people just need to separate when they know they ain't good with each other, though,
Yeah.
man. But, you know, luckily, I can honestly say as an adult, man, I don't put my hands on women. I don't hit women or nothing like that. So you just gotta, you know.
You'll shake a bitch though. Won't you?
Will I shake
You ever shook a one before?
I ain't never shook one, man.
I did it to try and see what happened. My girl was like,
What
was that?
I ain't never.
I put somebody in a headlock though.
Damn, God, nigga.
He just went
Did
for
some
the-
WWF shit.
Now, this is when I was young and strong, you know. Now
drop it down on her like,
Nah, I ain't get her to stun her when she
Yeah.
she threw that hammer at me. I was like, ah, you know what I'm saying?
oh snap.
Nah, but my thoughts on that question, man, I honestly, it just kind of deals with breaking points. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't know how to get out of a situation before reaching a breaking point, you know?
Yeah,
And then
that's facts.
another thing, too, is the mentality of how somebody was raised. Like, I had a conversation with my homie, like, especially us as, like, African-American men, you so think, I can't be a pussy. I can't be a bitch. So when you growing up, your mama or your daddy telling you fight, you better go whoop his ass. You better not come. Somebody
right,
pick up a rock. You better do something. So the whole
Facts.
time you trying to you on defense with everybody.
Yep.
Because you don't want to look like somebody that could be
bitch, yeah.
a bitch, somebody who could be taken advantage of. So
Exactly.
you kind of develop a hardened exterior, and you don't know how to be soft with your woman because you used to being hard everywhere you go.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a thing that people don't know, like especially when they, because you know when you with a woman or when you talking to them, that's a different dynamic and it's a close relationship that you probably won't have. Even though you got friends, you can be close with your friend, but it is not an intimacy there. So
Exactly.
it's a different balance, and I feel like a lot of people don't know how to do that because they don't see solid relationships growing up. They may live in like separated, broken homes, so they don't know what a good relationship is supposed to be. They only got an idea of what it's supposed to be based off what they seen on TV or what they seen somebody else doing, and it's kind of hard for people to figure that out. That's what I think.
Shit, growing up, you probably can't name a instance where you saw two black people having a feud
Yeah.
and it ended with the understanding and a handshake. It either ended in a fight or they went the other way or somebody
Yeah.
got shot or whatever. And then, like you said, it's the intimacy thing because when a person that is your family member or a significant other, you say the things that they do to you hurt more than if a stranger did it.
Yeah.
Because if your woman or their man may know their breaking points, they
Yeah.
might know, well, that's why your mama smoked crack, and it's like, damn, like it's coming. But if a nigga at the hanging out in front of Family Dollar said, they like, man, go on somewhere.
Yeah.
That's
But
deep.
because it's
I never thought of it like
yeah,
that.
it
That is
hurts
true.
more because it's from a loved one.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now you be like, all right, I'm gonna black that other eye.
Yeah.
Like a raccoon. I was like,
man, for sure, man.
So,
but,
man, and you got a question? My fault.
wow, now you go.
Oh no.
So I went over, did we?
Oh, we good. So I see like when a lot of people like separate and they got kids together, man, like one of the biggest things that happen is child support. Do y'all think child support is necessary always?
like I said, it depends on the situation. You know, some people like if a man ain't shit, like I ain't doing that is needed because
Yeah.
some people really do need support for these kids. You know what I'm saying? Like I got you know family and whatnot that going through situations like that. You know what I'm saying? But if he's a good man that's doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you ain't gotta do all that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I got a friend I used to work with. He was paying what like $800 to $1,200 a month.
How many kids?
2.
God.
You know, and he would just
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
crying. I come in the bathroom crying. Man, my check, man. I'm like, damn, dog.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's it.
See,
But-
y'all asked the wrong nigga about that.
shit.
All right, we're gonna need another segment. We got time.
We can do it. So here's the thing with child support. When, like you said, if the dude is not doing anything,
Yeah.
but it comes down to power,
Yeah.
and a woman can go and put you on child support for free. They don't have to get no attorney, no nothing. For you to fight it, gonna cost you $3,000 to get an attorney, because we don't have rights.
Yeah.
Fathers don't have rights.
See that.
So women use child support more as punishment. I
Yeah.
can get him because he left me, he hurt me, whether they caused it or not, and you're doing whatever you got to do. The baby is usually a woman's first accomplishment, not college, not a career.
Having a baby.
It's having a baby. It's
Yeah.
probably out of wedlock too, so that's not an accomplishment. But we ain't going to talk about that.
Yeah.
But they use child support as a form of punishment because they want to see you hurt.
Yeah.
Because when a guy leaves a relationship, they will spend 18 years trying to destroy your image and you versus raising that child for 18 years. So the child is losing out while she's trying to hurt you.
Right.
But when dudes leave, it's like we just move on. You know what I'm saying? Because
ain't no ill will.
yeah, and then when you look at child support, women hate the topic child support. They hate that. That is like they really cringe when you bring up child support because they think when men complain about it, it means we don't want to pay child support.
Yeah.
Imagine you broke up with a chick 3 months ago. You're doing what you do. You're picking up your kids every other weekend. You're buying them shoes and school clothes and whatever the case may be. And you get home and y'all been talking and she's like, all right, I see you. You done picked your kids up. And then one day you get in your mailbox and you got that letter from the family support division. And you like, well, what's this about? Right. And then you like, you been cool with me this whole time, and you had this going behind, because they get with their lonely sisters and aunties and mamas and great grandmas. They all live in one house usually, so it's all that negative estrogen energy. And then they put them on child support. Girl, you can get this, and that brings a whole whirlwind with it too. So I've been there, 1262 for one kid, bro.
Man,
my son made $12 an hour, 2 years old.
Damn.
Yep, one kid, bro.
Man, that's crazy, man. But we're going to take a little bit of a break, man. We're going to come back with another segment, man. We got Mr. Bobby J. Coleman in the building with us.
Yes,
It's Demxcrazy Podcast, episode 12.
Yes, sir.